notice it, believing that waving a shovel was much more useful. Sometimes it does not hurt to play the fool. Count Cremo climbed into the carriage and, apologizing for the wait, suggested that they leave immediately. The hero looked intently to the side and licked his lips. The carriage moved along the pavement. Lloyd propped his cheek on his fist, looking out the window, and asked how much money would be needed to restore the building and the road. The Count bowed his head and replied that the costs could exceed the city's monthly budget. The young man put on a serious face and said that if the Mega Titan had not died, the amount could have exceeded the annual budget. The man winced and, frowning, asked what he meant by that. The hero crossed his legs and muttered that compared to the annual budget, the payment he received could not even be called pocket money. The guy added that the statue erected to fight the Mega Titan had brought about such a disaster. The interlocutor silently lowered his chin. Lloyd continued that one cannot blame someone for their choice, because this choice was made by nature itself. The Count began to sweat. The aristocrat drawled that it was still good that there were people willing to sacrifice themselves. The young man smiled and remembered that he had overheard the servants saying that those who tried in the interests of the townspeople, regardless of status, were definitely entitled to monetary compensation. He was interested to know how strong the interests of the townspeople should be. Cremo froze and said 1.5 times. There was a pause in the carriage. The man frowned and asked if that was enough. The interlocutor replied that there had been a misunderstanding and he had not asked for more money. The guy looked out the window and said that he now knew that for a feudal lord, the lives of the townspeople were only worthy of an increase of 1.5 times the total amount. The Count shuddered. The wheels clattered on the pavement. The man frowned and said that he was doubling. The brown-haired man did not tear himself away from contemplating the view outside the window. Sweat was pouring down the interlocutor's face. He looked nervously at the hero and exclaimed that he was tripling. Lloyd's sinister smile was visible in the reflection of the glass, which gave the Count goosebumps. Cremo looked warily at the outstretched hand. The brown-haired man smiled softly and said that he was impressed by such a reasonable expenditure of funds.